What's up everybody, Ben Cook here. Today I'll be reviewing the new Zack Snyder film, Army of the Dead. But before I get started on the review, make sure to comment down below what your thoughts on the movie were. And with all that said, let's get right into the review. And the first good thing about the film is its interesting premise. It combines a heist film with a zombie film, which is something we've never seen before, and it's a very exciting idea. And for the most part, the film does deliver on its exciting premise. The characters in this movie feel like exaggerated comic book versions of characters we've seen in a bunch of movies before. The two standouts are Dave Bautista and the pilot played by Tig Notaro. The rest of the characters are entertaining as well, but they just feel generic but still fun. Another great thing about this film I forgot to mention is the opening scene. It shows a lot of fun zombie action with some cool music, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the film. And it pretty much gives you all the background you need to know to get into the film and get the action going. And now on to the meh, the okay stuff. Again, the characters, they're okay. They're just kind of generic versions of characters we've seen a million times, but they are still fun and entertaining to watch. The characters aren't the only thing that are a bit predictable and generic. Watching the movie, you can pretty much tell what's going to happen scene to scene. There's not a bunch of twists or surprises that you wouldn't expect. It's pretty by the numbers generic, but still fun. One of the more disappointing aspects of the film is the zombie lore. They build up this really cool lore of there's like these powerful smart zombies, and then there's these dumber kind of just sheep that do whatever the big ones do, the big zombies do. And they build up this really interesting dynamic and lore, but they never really do anything with it or explore it further than just scratching the surface. Apparently there's films, prequels to this films, and I would kind of guess that they're going to explore this, but in this film, right now, it's a little bit underutilized and a little boring. And another thing in this film that was a little disappointing, big spoiler alert, the ending, it felt a little too negative and too like it wanted to be darker and more epic than it really was, with Dave Bautista dying. And I'll bring up that again in a second, but Dave Bautista dying, it felt a little unnecessary, and then the guy living in the vault, escaping, and then making it all the way to civilization, and then just figuring out he has a zombie bite, then that felt a little predictable and generic and unnecessary to me. And now on to the bad, the stuff I was pretty disappointed with, and the biggest thing for sure was the runtime. This movie is like 2.5 hours long, and it feels like it should have been like an hour 45 minutes, something less than 2 hour movie. It feels like it's trying to be really epic, like something like maybe Lord of the Rings. It's trying to be really epic and like an event, when it really feels like it should have been a quicker, more just fun, put it on, watch it movie without being so epic. And just to clarify, I mean epic in the scale, not in like epic it's awesome, because it is pretty fun and entertaining movie. And then the other thing, not as much of a negative, but there is quite a few plot holes and things that don't really match or line up in this film. It's pretty forgivable because it's a fun zombie movie, but it's something that could bug some people. I didn't really get bugged by it, but it is definitely there and something that is kind of frustrating. But overall, I would say if you're a fan of Zack Snyder's work and you have a Netflix subscription, it is worth watching. I don't know, I probably wouldn't go to the theater or go out of my way to see it, but it is definitely worth the watch if you like Zack Snyder and you have a Netflix subscription. The closest film I could compare it to is the Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's first movie from the mid-2000s, Dawn of the Dead. It's a lot like that, although I do still prefer Dawn of the Dead, but if you like that film, you'll probably like this film. Those were my thoughts on Army of the Dead. What did you guys think of the film? Comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.